asked if I'm related to Ned Kelly.
Ned
Much
Kelly.
cooler.
Yeah. That is cooler.
That is a bit cooler, isn't it?
He shot three cops, but we're okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. He did it. He did it for the people.
I was in.
Surely.
I was in.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did it. I don't know why he did it. Well, I
feel like there's like a Robin Hood kind of element
in
to
year
it
8.
that you think.
There's totally a Robin Hood element. But like, why have we made such a hero about this guy?
In year 8, I was obsessed. I spent maybe year 8 and year 9 doing full Ned Kelly deep dive. Like he shot the 3 cops because the story is
like this. What is it called? The Stand.
The Last Stand. The Last Stand is where it ends up in 1880. Yes, but in 1877. Fitzpatrick, who was a drunken cop in the town of Greater where his family lived, showed up and cracked onto his sister Kate Kelly, supposedly, and and had a grab. And from all reports, someone hit him. Whether Ned was there is like up for dispute. He says he wasn't there. Fitzpatrick says he was there. He went back to the police station and said Ned Kelly shot me. So they went into hiding, and when the cops went to arrest them, they came with leather straps on their horses for taking back cadavers or dead bodies. And so they saw that and said, well, we got to kill him. And so they reckon
kill or be killed.
Yeah. And then but there's other times where he shot cops in the balls for fun and stuff. So, but thank you for having me.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, there's an intro.
Wow. Such a rich tapestry, Australian history.
Yeah.
From where we record right now, his head and body was literally buried, was up there. They excavated it in like 2005, I think.
Oh, did they?
And moved it to
near Melbourne jail.
To Greater, where his family's plot is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
The rightful resting place.
Yeah, out near Beechworth Bakery if you're interested.
Hero. Wow.
So funny, isn't it? I do find it so interesting that he's like such a heroic figure.
Yeah.
It is that Robin Hood style kind of.
Yeah.
Most people don't know the level of detail you were talking about. Don't do the deep dive in grade 8 or 9.
It's the Irish settlement thing as well. There was like a huge divide between the British and the Irish. That was the two major settlements. And Irish used to get a bit of land that you could farm on when you moved here or when you were migrated here.
Yes.
And the land was very, very bad. And so when you drive through country towns, you see the rock walls.
Bad for growing stuff.
Yeah.
The rock walls are settlers taking them and turning them into fences because that was where they were trying to do their
garden, plant stuff.
And they couldn't make any money and stuff. So there was big vibes of racial divide but we fixed all that immigration issue. It's no longer an issue.
Goodness.
It's no longer anything, is it?
We like immigrants now.
Yeah, sure.
It's the other side of that joke, it's a new thing that we don't.
Yeah.
that we hate immigrants. But sorry, yes. We started.
We can't all be Merlin from Big Brother.
We're not even in grade 8 or grade 9. No. We're doing a deep dive.
Yeah. Wow.
But we need to introduce our guests.
Yes.
We're just chit-chatting.
And us. Hi.
Hi. Hi there.
Hi. I'm Raywyn Pickering, a farmer who does comedy.
And I'm Adrian Pickering, an actor. And yes, we are sisters.
And
this is our podcast. This is our job.
Yes, because we like to talk to other creative people that are able to support themselves. They're able to live this life.
Or that are thinking about it and making stuff. I guess is the main qualifier.
We want to learn things.
They're making
we want to
stuff.
figure out how Australian industry works.
Yeah. From lots of different avenues. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got a pretty interesting guest today.
Very
Ned Kelly aficionado, ancestor.
Let's hope there's more of those facts just sprinkled in.
Less gunfire.
But we have an amazing comedian, sketch actor, live performer. It's Broden Kelly.
Yes, hello.
Hello, historian.
I feel really embarrassed because I didn't know that you were a farmer.
Oh,
at all.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about
that's okay.
ploughing the fields.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay.
She doesn't have a monopoly on
farming?
Information about farming.
No,
she loves it.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, what do you farm?
And
where are you farming?
Livestock.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah. Inner Farm, it's like near the Yarra Valley, kind of. Yeah, it's out. It's
What
out near
livestock?
there. I look after lots of different ones. There's at the moment no cows, but we do have sheep and alpacas and chickens
Jesus.
and goats,
Guinea pigs, couple guinea pigs.
and guinea pigs. So it's one that like you can visit.
Yeah.
Like it's open to the public, but we breed animals for like just to be healthy animals, and then sometimes they do go into the meat market, but that's all kind of part of our breeding
It's part
cycle
of farming, isn't it?
to just
Coolest thing I've ever heard.
our idea is to basically look after the land as well. There's so many techniques I can talk to you about grazing.
Don't
but
get Rowan started on regenerative
for
farming.
agriculture.
I'm so there for that. When I
But
was,
you can use livestock as a tool to help this land. I'm sure the Irish settlers did.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, who knows? But when I was in primary school,
Yeah.
I got accepted into a high school that was for agriculture,
Oh.
and in Adelaide. And then I got accepted in. I was like, I'm going to do animal husbandry, and I'm going to do horticulture. And my family decided to move back to Melbourne. And so when I got back to school in
Your
Melbourne,
dreams were dashed.
there was a High School Musical, and I was desperate to do it. And I never looked at a plant again.
Just
Whoa.
like, we're like, the road.
Yeah.
The fork in the road. You could have gone one way.
I think about it all the time. Like I would have just become some farmer in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Telling
Not
jokes.
some farmer, a
telling
farmer.
jokes
farmer.
out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. You would have had such different hands.
I now have a little veggie garden. That's all, like a square one.
Just one cauliflower.
Yeah.
We've got silver beet, we've got
Packet.
basil, and we've got coriander. I'm
Beautiful.
going to clean it out soon. I'm going to put in raspberries, and I'm going to put in tomatoes.
Wow, that's
Raspberries
really
are big.
Do they?
Yeah, they get really big.
Should I not do that?
No,
The plant
I think
is big.
strawberries instead.
Okay.
Okay.
You're done.
Yeah.
Or the blueberry.
Because raspberries are like a cane, and so they're like they can grow quite high. You can definitely get thornless ones, but the thorn variety is a bit more popular. But they get like quite big.
Hell yeah.
Blueberries are a good one, but they
Blueberries?
need different soil.
Than other things.
Yeah, so
Tomatoes.
they're actually quite hard to plant with other things because their soil requirements are different.
I'm an idiot.
I know. I'm so
No
sorry.
idea
We're
about
all
any-
just stumbling along this path.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm fascinated with my house. So my house that I have now, it was an old retired person with big Greek white pebbles.
Yeah.
I took them all out and put native plants in through the whole thing. And now I'm really annoyed by my green lawn because I've been
Yeah.
told that is a desert.
Yeah.
What's that?
You need more
microbial
diversity.
desert.
Exactly. You need to build up your soil.
Yeah.
Or you need to feed the livestock under the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's vibes.
True. Because
Yeah.
apparently if you weigh
you need
all
more
of the
diversity.
insects, there's like an incredible amount.
Yeah.
We feel
Yeah.
like they're so tiny, there's hardly any, but
They're there.
I was reading this book the other day
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. And it's like if you actually weighed all of the insects that we
Yeah.
have in our, this is like enormous.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So
Oh, yeah.
much.
But that means more birds as well, yeah? Like more Maggies come past and hang out.
Absolutely.
and
Heaps.
that's what I want.
Yeah,
Owls,
because there's no, obviously, if you're just growing grass, there's no flowers. There's nothing like to feed all those birds. There's nothing to like introduce bees and other pollinators to your
There's
area.
also nowhere
the bees.
for like lizards to hide and things like that.
Exactly.
So it's just like all of the habitats that are
Yeah.
at every level, isn't
As
it?
if,
Yeah.
as if you don't want that. As if you
Yeah.
don't want cool
Yeah.
lizards hanging out in your front
You can
yard.
probably do
No,
both though.
skinks.
Like you can put a bit of lawn on one side
Yeah.
and then have a bit of like a
yeah.
habitat world on
Yeah.
the side with your native garden.
I
Like
think my lawn is a weed as well. You know, like sometimes
buffalo.
One big
is that what it
weed.
is? Where like that has that
Kikuyu or
it
buffalo.
grows so quick
Yeah.
and it goes and it just and then you think you've pulled it out
Yeah,
and then
no.
it's like in
Incredible
Terralgan.
runners.
Yeah.
Mine
The
goes up a
runners go-
fence.
I was going to say, we managed to weed ours out of our garden one time and we mulched it and we created this like
Yeah.
native plant
Yeah.
sanctuary. And then it came from underneath a
No.
concrete verge. The
No.
runners
Yeah,
came
they're
from underneath.
incredible.
So they crossed under the ground, under like a meter of concrete, and then they infected it again. We're just broken at that point. We're broken. We're like, sell this house. We'll never build it.
I saw on the Australian gardening Reddit the other day, someone was like, does anyone know?
Love that Reddit.
Yeah. So I was like, we're cool. Look at this.
I was gardening.
Yeah. We were like, someone saw was that grass was like, does anyone know what this is.
Yeah.
And the first top comment was, that's the owner of the house now.
Not even fire will kill it. Like, it's like,
I hate it.
yeah.
Do you put down, sorry, we can get on to my career, but weed mat?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No?
Because,
Well, you can get natural weed mats that break down, but the
break down slower.
I've certainly lived in houses where someone has put weed mat down, that black stuff.
Yeah.
And it stays there. It's basically like plastic. So it just like sort of like tears. But I can remember pulling out these long shreddy things.
Yes.
And it might have been there for 20 years or something.
Yeah.
So it seems like a good idea at the time. But speaking from experience, that can't be good for
No.
animals and stuff
For
trying
Right.
to crawl through your yard.
Okay.
No.
Because it's all stringy and like
Yeah. I get you. I get
and
you.
it also affects all the soil underneath because
Does
those microbes that we're talking about, they're not getting like
sweaty.
any nutrients. Yeah,
like
exactly.
wearing a polyester dress. To
Yeah, exactly. Like the moisture doesn't get through like this. Yeah.
This is. I know what I'll be doing.
As my kids say,
Yeah.
like, these are sweaty
You can use
pants. And
sweaty
it's because they're like polyester pants.
Yeah.
They pull them off and just dripping with sweat. It's what the
Like wearing
microbes
a
are
plastic
underneath.
bag. Yeah. That's
These
like the
little-
microbes. Don't do
those
that.
little,
Don't
like,
make them wear
tardigrades.
polyester.
In its defense, I don't have weeds though, apart from
Well,
obviously
that's
the.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Cuckoo grass.
I've done, there's not really a good solution. I've put like cardboard, you put like multiple layers and
Okay.
then newspaper, and then you can put mulch on top of that.
Right.
And
My
then
da-
so the cardboard and newspaper create a barrier, but they'll eventually break down. It takes like a couple
Biodegrade.
months. Yeah.
My dad used to put down coffee bags. Do you ever?
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Hessian.
Well,
Well, that's
that
a
will break
good
down too
yeah.
because that's a natural product. That would be a good barrier.
Kind of trendy as well,
As a
isn't it?
weed, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Your dad,
Someone's got a
crushing
lot
it.
of
He
coffee
come-
bag. He loves his coffee.
He comes from the coffee world. Do you know Jasper Coffee?
No.
They were like the cool 2000s coffee. I don't gesture at you to say 2000s because you're slightly.
really old.
No, it's just but
I was drinking coffee in the 2000s.
yeah. I wasn't allowed.
I wasn't. No, I was doing the Makona at home.
You were still in the Milo. Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was big in creating like one of the first fair trade coffees in Australia for
wow.
he did everything, but that was something Dad did for a period.
Cool.
Wow. He did everything.
Wow.
He has. My dad's done everything. That's the reason I do performing now. Is both my parents, I think, are. Well, I'm curious to know with your parents, but my parents were very clearly frustrated artists who never did it in different
Really?
mediums, and so they're both of their mandate to me and my brother was just go and do whatever you want.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's so great.
That's very
isn't
powerful
it?
as well. Wow.
And sad as well, tragic as well. A
Yeah.
little bit, but-
Because they didn't. You feel like they didn't get that opportunity themselves.
I know my mum was wanted to be a writer, desperately wanted to be a
Oh,
writer,
really?
and went and
Did
got
she
ex-
ever
she got-
write? Yeah.
She got accepted into uni in Bendigo to go to creative writing or whatever it was. And her mum, who was like a depression family,
Yeah.
and I think just wanted her family near, very old, just went, don't go, like said, don't
let
go.
her go.
You don't want to
Wow.
go there. So she didn't.
Oh.
And then had kids, got a job, and then she ended up when I
never
was
did it.
about 8 going back and doing it at uni, but that kind of.
She
that,
did do it though.
Yeah, she did it. But yeah, no, she could have. Seeing my life now, there could have been a moment where she really locked in and did it. And the same with my dad. He went to radio school and wanted to be a radio host.
Really?
And yeah, but I think just different era, the crush and the pressure of going and doing the thing,
Yeah.
which is crazy to say because houses were $4, but
Yeah.
like there was a real pressure to go and just do the job
Yeah.
that me and my brother never experienced because both of them were just like,
Yeah, and really
Yeah.
important to provide more opportunities for your kids. You know, like
Yeah.
of that generation.
Wow.
I think
you
was
have
really-
kids firstly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you can afford, and a
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
and you have kids. Yeah, yeah,
So were
different
they-
pressures.
Yeah, that's interesting. So could you like sense their frustration or like were they ever like disappointed that their life wasn't?
No, they hated their jobs for sure at different
Yeah.
points, and like I think tried lots of different things.
Yeah.
But also, like, I feel like if you're not waking up doing what you love, then you keep
Yeah,
trying.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say. So you must have instilled in you this need to like. It's not just all about the money or like to just go to a job. It's about doing something that you really love.
Sometimes I talk to people about their careers and I go, but are you happy?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be some guru life thing. It's just, it is core in me to go then, but if you're not actually doing what you love, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Because we're going to be fucking gone soon.
Yeah, and you're spending a lot of time doing this thing that you don't like.
Yeah. Like even if it meant, even at points where it has meant for me that I'm destitute, like it's It's like, but you can't like,
Yeah.
or at least working a shit job with a means to an end, or for trying to find some sort of fulfillment in some way.
Yeah.
It's an immense privileged
Wow.
position that I speak from as well, being someone who was working class and had we never owned the houses we lived in for long periods of time, but the ability for me to say I'm going to go and
You
do
had
art
the space
school
to do
Yeah.
that.
is
And
a
also to
privilege.
do the
Wow.
musical even, to
Yeah,
be
exactly, yeah.
exposed to a school that had a
Good like arts department.
Such a good
a
point.
lot of people don't.
Yeah.
I went back and directed I went to Viewbank College, which is just down the end of Bell Street here.
Oh, right.
And we had a cool
So
musical.
did you
that-
grow up in
Such a
Melbourne? Oh no,
local.
you said you.
Such
Yeah.
a
So you
local.
Yeah.
moved back to Melbourne.
No one's from here, are they?
No.
Yeah, I'm from down there.
Wow.
And I went back and directed them, and seeing what you don't notice when you're in high school, you only see your own lane, but then looking at 50 kids and going, some of these kids aren't being brought here by their parents, and some kids, this is one thing they care about. They've got 100 other things on. You're on your own head when you're a kid, but everyone's gone through their own shit.
That's a good learning for life, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good to be reminded of that, because I think sometimes things in our world can seem so important, and we can lose
definitely.
our patience with someone,
I guess-
and then you just never really know what other battles that person's facing, or what they're coping with,
Yeah.
or what it took for that kid to get there that day.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Yeah.
of the things that they had to go through to get there, and that they are there. And
Yeah.
that's quite an achievement in itself,
But also that like public schools are an important thing and need to be continued to be funded and should receive more funding. Because I know I sucked. I was undiagnosed with, ADHD clearly at that time, but
Yeah, right.
I was not getting anything from the normal classes, but I was getting immense amounts of, I was getting so much from the extracurricular things that were on offer.
Yeah.
You could
So it's so important that they had those other things, because
To
it's
me,
a different way of learning, isn't
Yeah.
it?
life-saving
And
entirely.
you would have been locked out of the system otherwise, and maybe not finished school,
Yeah.
or not left, or not found.
As soon as I was good at something, because I was average at best at things in every class, because I couldn't focus, I had no interest in most things. As soon as I started doing the musical at school, I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I was locked in, hyper-focused on it.
Wow.
Had you found were you musical before?
I was going to say,
yeah.
is it singing or dancing? Because when people say musical, that's
Yeah.
often what we imagine. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
is that your strength? Or
No.
was it at that point?
Beautiful operatic tone.
I was in the choir. I did singing lessons. I got an A in year 12 voice. Like in the exam, I sung and I got an A.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But
Wow.
that's not a good singer. That's just doing the job
Following the task.
and not being out of key or whatever. And,
Yeah.
Still.
Wow.
But yeah, so I went.
Beautiful falsetto.
I looked at Ballarat Arts Academy. Yeah. I went to Ballarat Arts Academy, and there was 2 courses of acting and music theatre, and I had friends who were going to music theatre, and I was like, oh, I probably could get in because I'm
Yeah.
a boy.
Because
in
hardly any
2000,
boys
yeah.
apply.
Yeah. But I'm like, what people tell me I'm good at is just the acting one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just lock in on that. So I went to a private tutor that I paid for in year 12 to prepare for the 2 contrasting monologues for the audition.
Yes.
So usually a classical and a modern.
Still fills me with
Yeah.
nerves. Like
Contrasting.
I feel sweaty because I did all
you had
this
to do
too
that?
at drama school.
Yeah. And I was like,
QT.
Two
Yeah.
yeah, classical and a modern.
and a modern, Modern meeting
Oh.
1974 as well.
Yeah.
Or like
David
away,
Williamson, yeah.
away or something. Like
Always away.
Wasn't it always away?
Nick Enright and
Nick Enright,
David Williamson.
David Williamson.
All men. And
And all male writers.
That you had to really channel.
Yeah. Oh, no,
the
female characters.
Okay, great.
Like
I thought you were
Something from
showing
Black
your
Rock.
skills.
something from Black Rock, something from Away.
So yeah, I went and got a tutor and worked on 2 monologues for like 6 months.
Wow.
And I didn't audition for Night of ECA Whopper, and I just went, I'm going to Ballarat.
Ballarat.
I'm locking in.
But what made you go to Ballarat?
I don't know.
Does it have a good
I had a friend.
program?
I have a friend. Yeah, at the time. I'll just say it still has a good one.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't want to. I think I was afraid of failure
Didn't
as well,
wanna
so I was like, I'm just going to this one.
Didn't want to stay in Melbourne. You just
Yeah.
were like,
I didn't care.
Because you didn't have family there. Like Ballarat's a little way away from Melbourne.
That was the best
over an
though,
hour.
right?
You wanted to really get out.
yeah.
I guess I did. I had a lot of
Bit of
friends who had gone
independence.
there, and there was a vibe that they'll take you at 19 as opposed to the other ones can take you a little bit later.
Oh, true. They say like they want you to get a bit of life experience.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, like NIDA.
And then you go and see the shows and they're like, hang on a minute, half of these people are 17.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. But there was, I just remember like
confusing.
I remember just being good at acting was like my DNA.
Yeah.
Like that's my self-worth. And when you're like a kid, because you're like, well, no one wants to go out with me, or no one wants to, I'm not cool, but I'm good at this.
Wow.
So like,
would you always get like the lead, or like, so you were really,
I did all right.
Yeah.
But I was like, I liked my roles. I always had the acting roles. You know
So
what
you
I mean?
just, but you felt like you got like that feedback from
Recognition.
the audience that you were
the
in the
acting
right
guy.
spot. And did it feel like you felt like you were, you're enjoying it, you're in the right place kind of thing?
I think I was a comedian there as well, though. I didn't have like, I was often perceived as arrogant, where I was deep insecurity was often the case. Or like, if someone told me I was good at something, I was like, oh yeah, I'm the best, aren't I? Yeah. You know, that kind of deflecting
yeah,
thing.
definitely.
Awful stuff. You would, the worst kind of boy in the world is a boy at drama school. Or music theatre school, or a working music theatre actor.
Yeah.
Because they are 5 out of 10s, but they're around just gorgeous women. But they're treated like, because there's no proper men.
Eights in there.
There's no eights, like straight, I should say straight white men in
This is your definition.
Yes.
Just to say, like, I'm
this
not,
is
like
straight white men in music theatre are like, they have this inflated
Lift it
sense
up
of self
more
that they're like killing it. But it's just that there's no other better looking men around in that world.
middle-aged, overweight, like white Australian men who go to Thailand.
Yeah. But so like drama school boys are just like,
Vibes.
we're top shit. And we got a lot of ego. But then as soon as you leave, then the balance comes out, because you never work again. For the most part, unless
Wow. So you went to Ballarat.
it was great. So that's what I was going to say.
good?
Is, so I moved there, and I moved into a house that was like $100 a month or something. Like a brand new house.
gosh.
I was with like 2 of my best mates, and I remember being like 19.
Also drama
Wow.
school, they were the musical theatre.
One was in year
were-
level above me, and one was in music theatre.
Yeah.
And I had like 10 contact hours a week or something, and like just hung out in 2008 and it was the
Living it
best. Yeah.
Wow.
In Ballarat.
It was so good.
Amazing. Do they still have the sizzler? They've got a sizzler,
No,
don't they?
it's Raywin, thank you. You're in the right world.
Or is it Pizza Hut?
It's an all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut, and yes, it's still doing very well,
So
yes.
sorry. I think there
There's
are
an
no more
all-you-can-eat
sizzlers.
Pizza Hut that still
Yeah.
exists.
And you
I've
can't just
gone
go there
there. I
any
didn't
time of day.
think
It's like
those
between
people
certain
had it.
hours.
Yeah.
But it's sick. Like it's
It
literally
really is.
sick.
It makes you sick.
But I
Lots of salmonella.
don't know. I went there like a week the first week and then never went back, I think. Because
Wow.
it's quite
You
expensive
ate
as
too
well.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I guess they've got to pay for all the wastage.
that's-
$35 for an adult, when you think about it, is actually like,
How much
Yeah.
pizza will you really eat?
yeah, exactly.
But you can get ice cream whenever you want.
I think you got to pay extra.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Or drinks
Yeah,
are extra
yeah.
or some shit.
Yeah.
We used to go to Sizzler for a family like a meal occasionally on the Gold Coast, didn't we? Or
Yeah,
Brisbane.
Toowoomba would often be
Toowoomba.
the drive-through.
Where are you from?
Queensland, from Warwick.
Where's
which is
Warwick?
Southeast Queensland. It's about an hour away from Toowoomba, 2 hours from Brisbane. So it's inland.
It's sort of close to the border, but yeah, a couple of hours inland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So southeast
Oh, like
pocket.
Canefieldy situation, no?
No,
like
it's
beef
much further
cattle
low,
country.
yeah.
Yeah.
I shot a show out there once because, and they shoot at Gold Coast and then
Yeah.
they go
Oh,
inland.
yeah.
You're not talking
not that.
Tambourine, are you?
No.
I was going to say that's like the
'Cause that's
scenic rim
beautiful.
or Mount Tambourine.
Yeah.
Tambourine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of time
They
there.
often do location stuff there. There's been a couple of things that have gone through Warwick, a couple of shows that I know anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I remember there was one once I can remember, I think, Mum and Dad taking a photo of like on set because they went to like the main street and got a photo
That's
and sent it to me. You know,
Send
like,
it to you,
maybe
just like-
to be
Yeah.
like, look at the film, and I was like, wow, there
Yeah.
really is a full film crew.
Do you know what it was?
in the town? I'm trying to remember now. I think it was a Rebecca Gibney show. Like it was a real show. It was a real show. And I think Mum and Dad were just kind of shocked that I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm
here.
the actor
Yeah.
that they know.
Yeah.
And they live there.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Why
I've
would
gone-
Rebecca Gibney come?
I've travelled so far to get work, and they're like,
came to you.
why wouldn't you do this one here?
Yeah. Surely
like-
they offered it to you and you just said no.
They probably did. I was too busy to pick up the phone.
One day I was at school and Grinspoon was shooting a video clip in our gym and I was like, oh my God, that was the most incredible thing ever.
Yeah.
To see all these boys lined up against the gym like wall.
Holy shit,
see-through
Grinspoon's at
glass.
my school.
Wow. That gave you the little taste for
It reminds
Hollywood.
me. So I end up becoming a
So
comedian,
good.
right?
Yeah.
And my group makes a series about high school, a sketch series about high school. And
Glenridge
yeah.
Secondary College. Yeah,
And,
we
we
should
did
say
it-
you're a part of Auntie Donna,
yeah.
which is
We
a
must.
huge. Because I don't think I actually mentioned that in your
In the intro,
in
we
the
probably
intro. I'm so sorry.
Good to remind me too.
glossed
Yeah.
over it a bit.
Yeah.
But so we shot a whole series, and then we made our first, and we started a production company and shot our first big like series, which we did as Glenridge.
Yeah.
And we asked all these high schools, and they kept saying no. And then I was like, "We're going to end up back at my fucking school," and we did.
Because they'll say yes.
Yeah. So
Because did you have to
Alumni.
say, yeah, I went here
there
and
was
I have a
connections.
connection?
Yeah. And so Max, who directed it, and Tom, who's also in the group, we all went to the same school. And
Yes, okay.
but when you go to
This
the
is high school you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? Yes, yeah.
So when we went back, when you go to their wiki now for Viewbank College,
Yeah.
it's like it's a public school. They wear blue. Auntie Donna shot a series there. like that.
that is success.
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ballarat, I loved Ballarat.
So did you so you went through there, you went through the acting strand, and then how do you, so your buddies who are part of Auntie Donna, were they also at Ballarat with you? So
Yeah.
did you start doing your sketch stuff then and think like, oh, I think we're onto something, or?
As of 2010, when I'm still at uni, all I want to do is join Bell Shakespeare, and then maybe do a few MTCs in the
Yeah.
offices, and that's
Dreams.
all. That's all I want to do. I just want
Right.
to rock between those.
So you
So
weren't
good.
drawn to the comedy world. You were really more like,
I loved it.
I'm a drama.
All I did was watch comedy, obsessed
Theatre.
with it. But I
Oh,
was like,
really?
the concept of doing stand up or anything comedy was just impossible to me.
Wow.
And writing, I wasn't a writer.
Right, because that's what stand-up is, so different from the stuff you do at
Yeah.
Auntie Donna. So I can understand that would be like, whoa, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
And all my teachers at this point in my life were hippies, graduates from like the Pram Factory movement, which
Yeah,
was this
yeah.
like heroin fueled, like Carlton.
La Mama.
Yeah, like these,
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
poly people making theatre.
Making theatre, wearing black clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Berets.
you know, real ground,
Yeah.
roots.
dirty. Helen Garner's
dirty.
Monkey Grip is
Real
the book.
dirty. Like,
Yeah. And these were my teachers, and I was like, we're going to save theatre.
Yeah, they're amazing. Like they're super
Yeah.
creative
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
force. Like it's
Love
an
them.
amazing movement, sure.
So they all left the city and moved into
Yeah.
the country. So they were near us. So
Yeah.
all the cool ones would teach us. And I remember a teacher being our movement teacher, not a dance teacher, a movement teacher, just taking us through stuff
Yeah.
and not being wrong and trying something and not getting a wrong answer. And I was really like switched my brain.
Yeah.
And for the first time in my life thinking like, oh, I have ideas and there's a yes or a no is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And that was like changed my head entirely in something I never thought of until I was 19.
Yeah.
And so I started to approach life going, oh, well, maybe I could be creative, and walked out of drama school going, I'm just going to do theatre. And then immediately learned that is not a thing for the most part. Like it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be for some people, but only a couple.
yeah.
There's
And then,
only a few Bell Shakespeare shows
Yeah.
a year.
and if you
Yeah.
get one, then it's over in 2 months.
Yeah. Then you
And
got to
Like it's
re-audition.
not a full-time job or
Or unless you're in
Wow.
Harry Potter, which was when I went and saw Harry Potter, I was like, I don't care about this
amazing.
Yeah.
at all. But I was like, look, there's like 30 actors working for like as
Yeah.
long as they want. That's it.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I admired, I wasn't close friends with all the other guys, but we admired each other.
Oh.
It was a real like calculated,
Really? Wow.
it was a really calculated thing of like if we
Like
get
you'd see them
together.
all like as
Then
good
we
as
can
good
make
actors.
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like in that theatre company mentality of like all these dynamics, we really work together. And more importantly, the main thing I learned from drama school is work ethic, in that like if I put hours to something that you get, like then you get it back.
Yeah.
And treating it like a job as opposed to being this
Yeah.
airy fairy person.
Yeah. Like waiting for something to
Yeah.
happen. You're
So
yeah.
walked out, hit the ground running at 21, and just through like proactivity, just going like, well, no one comes to theatre when you put it on, but there's this festival in Melbourne that people come to. We could put on this play comedy thing.
Yeah.
And so purely out of it being a pathway, we started doing comedy. And then more and more we were like, and that was, I wasn't a writer. and then getting up. We would book these library meeting rooms around Melbourne
Yeah.
for $15 for 3 hours, like Fitzroy, Carlton, Collingwood, and just sit there and try and devise theatre in our minds that was funny,
Yeah.
and then write it down after doing it. And then the first show we did, I remember getting up the first night and we were like, no one's going to laugh at this. Like we're fucked. And they didn't laugh the first night that much. And then the second night they laughed a bit more, and then we got a nice review, and then we got nominated for an award. And I was like, if I can think of something in my head and I don't have to go and read a Harold Pinter and then put it on.
Yeah.
That's I was like, I can't
Or
do
also
that
you
shit.
don't need to wait for other people
Yeah.
to bring the opportunity to you that you can create it out of yourselves and your work ethic and combining with each other and your ideas.
And
can
people want to
create
come.
something and people want to come.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't go back to putting on my staging of Much Ado again. Like,
Yes.
like there was
They're very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real turning point for me where I was with the guys. It was just like, this is when I think about the Pram Factory teachers who were teaching me, I was like, this is so much closer. Is there's vibe, it's a happening, it's saying something, whether it's important or not, we're saying something as opposed to someone saying something and us restaging that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a huge mind shift for me from also going like, I can write
Yeah.
and finding that I could write. And writing wasn't just sitting down typing, but it was having a creative idea in your head and then finding the mechanism in which to express that in a way that other people understand.
Do you all have the same discipline? Because it does, like you were saying, you discovered you really needed that work ethic or you practice that work ethic. But sometimes that's hard when you're 21
Yeah.
to go and book the room in the library at Carlton. Like a lot of people don't do that.
And you're
Seems
poor.
like actually and you're poor.
Well, did you have
You're
another
kinda
job as
desperate,
well?
Like there's people you know who are getting big jobs that you're jealous of, and like you know what? And that's harder than it sounds.
The teacher at the uni used to call it sweat equity. It's like you've got to, there's an amount of time you have where you can be putting in extra hours and things. But I went back and lived with my parents, which I was very lucky to do.
Yeah.
But then also worked at the MCG and did all these other little jobs here and there. Yeah. But there, like after 2 or 3 years, like there was 4 of us to begin with, and the 4th left because it was like, I don't see this being ever financially viable. And I felt the pressure to go and do other things. And
because you weren't financially viable for the first
there was 400 of us, and we were doing comedy to 50 people, and TV shows weren't happening.
No.
But we all,
But you all just believed in it.
So we kind of locked in and went,
wow.
Well, for this period of time, I'm going to work 7 days a week. I'll work 4 days at a job and then 3 days on this full time. But we definitely were like,
That's very disciplined.
we all bought in and went, I genuinely believe like I'm not better at writing comedy than anyone, but what I can do is work harder than all the really talented people who just show up and naturally have it, which I'm just not. But it's a cool thing to say that if someone you admire who's just a naturally gifted person is if you put in X amount of hours, you can reach par with them. Yeah. And that's incredible. I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Just by working, you can get something.
Yeah. It's a lot of power.
It's hugely powerful, I think. And a lot of people aren't willing to do it, I don't think.
Do you think that came from your parents too? Because it seemed like they worked very hard. Like you were
I guess so.
about their work ethic and
I guess so.
juggling different things, but being very disciplined.
Definitely scared the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Like scared of if I don't do this, then it'll fall through. So fear and anxiety really pushed me.
Really propelling you.
And like
Good
Very
motivator.
common. That's a very common thing.
it crippled me at some points, definitely. But like it's also gotten me to places where like I made my first solo show last year, and I just looking back on it I had the best time. It was really successful for me. But I did sit the whole time in like I'd wake up in the morning and clutch my chest and go, fuck.
Really?
What have I done?
Or
Even
like,
after
I've
all
gotta
these
work on it.
years. Wow.
So but what's good about working in a group like that is you all go, well, we're all bought in. None of us are going anywhere unless this happens.
Yeah.
And let's meet here at this time and work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps a bit, doesn't it, to have other people on those days when you're a bit like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, I got to do it because they're there.
Yeah.
And,
Or they might bring
you
a
know.
cool idea that gives you the energy that day. Or,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really helps to have,
yeah. But yeah.
So when did that form? Like when was it?
We started, it was like, I finished in 2010 and then the first Donna show was 2012. So,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we sat
Yeah.
around for a year going, if we did this,
Yeah.
what would it look like? And one of the cool things that we'd like to do was,
before actually doing
yeah.
it.
yeah.
And
So it
then
was a
did you-
live show first, and then you started doing like sketches and things, because that's really where you found like your legs. I feel like
Yeah.
like live show, but obviously that's just like only Melbourne people could see that. But when you like YouTube, there's like this whole other wave of the audience members and like people that you're exposed to.
Well, when I was growing up, all I ever wanted to do was like when comedy, as a comedy, I was Leno and Woodley were the model for me of like do live, have a TV show and then do live shows and have a TV show and live show.
Yeah.
TV's the goal.
Yes.
And after our first run, we got Fremantle, like a huge conglomerate, had a meeting with us. I'm like, that was quick. We've made it. And they often the feedback would be, let's get a sizzle reel or a concept of what you do. Oh. And so we're like, well, let's shoot some stuff.
Yeah.
And we
eclectic.
So we're like, we'll make a friend had the show on Channel 31, the community access, and was like, shoot some sketches for this show. And we were like, well, and then we can show them to producers and then we'll get a TV show and we'll be rich.
Yeah.
And went on and we did all that. It was really fun. We brought in Max, who I went to uni with, who went to high school with, who went to film school. Mm. And he came in and was really, we're all poor, so we all bought in to do it for free. Mm. And we made it, put it up on community access and it went fine. And then we put it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel that we'd built, which was still very new and we didn't have any hopes for. And that went really well. And after a few years of doing theatre, we just found that our audience that was coming because of the videos we were putting online. But it was always a secondary thought.
Yes.
And it started a decade of us still trying to get on TV, despite the fact that we were talking directly to our audience.
You were actually on it.
Really
You were just on a different screen.
Looking back now, the idea of if you went up to a 22-year-old now and said, do you want a TV show? They go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't
What
watch
are you
TV.
talking about?
Who's watching TV?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I know?
Yeah.
But that's all we cared about back then.
Mm.
And so our YouTube started to build out and we found that we could tour around the world and talk directly to them. And even though we've made 2 different TV shows now, the thing that's easily been the most successful for us is just people seeing on your
Just
phone.
putting it up. Yeah.
I was going to say, I wasted a lot of time watching Auntie Donna skits
Oh,
on
yeah?
my phone. Yeah.
Oh, I could say the same
Well,
about
not
you.
wasted.
My husband often just like brings out these Auntie Donna clips that we haven't watched for ages, and he'll just be like,
Oh, really?
"Just watch this. Just take a minute. And watch this."
It's really nice. It's
I think there's something really accessible about them that it's just so Australian and so just right up our alley with comedy. But like, you can just sit for a few minutes and be taken somewhere else, and I think that's what like.
I would say
Yeah.
this is
with it.
a slight divergence, but it's worth saying, I think, is after we tried to crack into the UK in 2014, we went to Edinburgh, which is where you go and make
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I remember coming back and it was
So you
just,
had
That's
a
huge.
show, a theatre show for Edinburgh. Yeah.
and it went really well. We had a good time, but by the end we were just cooked and burnt out. It was a huge growth moment for us because we learned how to we became much better at comedy doing it. Yes. I remember coming back and being in my parents' house in 2014 and binging Rake and like all through the night. But do you know we put
how you
Richard
calm
in
down.
our show? Are you across this? He played Rake in our show. Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know if I've seen that.
So we made a sitcom for ABC called Coffee Cafe, and then we got in. We had a court scene, and Richard came down and did it.
Played Cleaver.
Yeah, and then we put fake mutton chops on him, and he did the whole thing, and like it was fucking great. But yeah, we should have got you in as
He's
well.
a good sport. Yeah, next time.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's mutual is what I meant to say. But yeah.
Yeah.
And we got approval from the writer. I think Andrew Knight or whoever gave us the approval.
Yeah.
And not or whatever. He's a
recreate
great
the
writer.
character.
Yeah.
Such an amazing writer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good show to binge. Still sticks
really
up,
was.
I think someone said to me the other day. Yeah.
I love Rake.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I love it. But yeah, sorry to embarrass you.
Good times. No.
But yeah, no, I think actually we're actually the way in which people take in content now is actually perfect for sketch. And we, in some ways, we were 10 years. We were lucky when we came through because no one was doing online videos then in the same way we were, or very few were. But now it's the way. Like even the comedians the young comedians who are cutting through now are doing sketches to cut through.
Yeah.
So that just kind of happened by accident or flukily for you guys. But I guess you had the nous to go, no one's coming. Well, some people are coming to our shows.
Yeah.
We want to get on TV, but here's another kind of TV. Let's just put it here as well. So you did have the nous to do it because not many people were doing that, right?
We were just trying to figure out.
People were sort of like, why would you bother? Because people weren't really consuming YouTube at that time.
It was just 10 years of trying to figure out how to make money from it genuinely. And any place that we thought could make money, we would try. But we're like, TV's where you make money.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yes.
Not right. So like,
It's just so difficult too. Like it costs so much money. So to get someone to invest in your show costs so much money and takes so much time. You know, it's just like way different to making your own stuff and being in control of it, you know, on YouTube.
There's been a democratization of the way people, what they choose to watch and everything. There's still people who are deciding what you watch, whether like the apps are deciding what you watch, but
the algorithms.
You know, in the same way that ABC was curating what you watched on a Wednesday night, there's an algorithm doing it now. But for a decade, we were like, I get recognized more than people on TV walking down the street. No, this would feel very relatable to a lot of people who are on TikTok now or wherever, I'm sure. But I was part-time jobbing, so poor, and
just pulled up by people.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were dividing everything 6 ways. We had a creative group of 6 guys who were filmmakers and everything, and just splitting in every way.
That's what I was going to ask too. Like, did you have managers or producers or people to help with all of this stuff?
For the long time, no one would manage us because they're like, there's no business model here. But we would just literally
6 people turn up to a meeting.
Yeah. Got that. We used to do the LA tours, and you'd always go, "Whoa, a lot of you guys." So there was like no business model for it, and so we just kept trying different things and trying different pathways and stuck around.
Wow.
And that's the story of it. Like the main revenue incomes for us that started to work. It's funny, right? Because it used to be have an idea, convince some guy at a network to give you the money, and then he'll show you to people, and if they like you, you get to make more, and maybe one day you'll make money.
Yeah.
But now the model that we found is that a bunch of people really like you, and and some of those people can afford to support you.
They'll give you a little bit of money. They all give you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And
the other new model now is that like brands are like, why am I throwing $400,000 at a breakfast radio show?
Yeah. So we want to be associated with you. So it's sort of
talk directly to the audience.
Patronage.
Yeah. So our first kind of income was our fans and our Patreon, and them just saying we support you and offering them a little bit more. And yeah, that is, I think the best model is like you literally are just talking to your fan base.
Yeah.
That's what got us to a point, and then TV shows and touring built. And yeah, we have a company now we have staff, and we try and produce other TV shows or not TV
hiring the libraries anymore.
Yeah.
You've got your own meeting space.
But yeah, so like our whole thing now is like, as TV's died, we're like, can we build a place where comedians can be seen?
Yeah.
And can we make the TV shows? And long-term goal, can we build the platform as ABC makes less and the other ones don't engage with it at all? Is there a place that we can put it?
Yeah, to
and that's
build
what we're trying
up
to build.
because all these other the networks just expect you to have something kind of like what you were told. They were like, well, why don't you have like a TikTok or like about this series, because that's what so many people are doing. They're making series, but it's all on TikTok, so it's like just 2-minute episodes or whatever. And if you don't have
it's
that,
like you've got to make the thing before you have any money.
Exactly.
you've had any time to make the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they
You know?
don't want to
And,
invest
won't
in
invest in it unless they see the thing.
exactly.
But it's like we need.
Chicken and egg.
How do you make it?
Well, we went through all we ever wanted was an ABC sitcom. They said no twice.
Like Leno and
pitched,
Woodley.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
pitched
yeah.
and pitched, and they said no. And then Stan gave us a pilot, and they said no. We went to America and got a show with Netflix in the US.
Yeah.
They were more on board. They were quicker to give us a TV show than the ones
yeah.
here.
So that
Yeah.
was the first one that we would have seen.
Yeah. So that was
okay.
our first TV
Which really
show.
was a collection
House of Fun,
what was it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Sketches
was a
and stuff,
collection of different sketches and characters which you'd been working on in your other shows.
Yeah.
So then we did that, and then we came back, and ABC's like, now you deserve an ABC
my
show.
gosh.
And then we put it on there. We worked really hard on it, and then we put it up, and they were like, no one watched it. And we're like, a huge amount came over to iView, new audience to watch it. It's like, but then we're like, yeah, but you haven't told anyone about it. There's no audience here. Like, I didn't know if you thought we were going to migrate over 1 million people here, but we they didn't know where. And like what we've seen since then is people put up new interesting shows, sitcoms or scripted shows, and they haven't
Promoted.
talked to anyone
No.
under the age of 30 for
No.
20 years. So there's no audience there.
Yeah.
So we were like, and that time we were making it, we put a few videos up that would do 3 million, 4 million or something. And we go, well, and that took half a day and cost $200.
Yes.
Why are we?
There's something a bit broken about the system, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just that a generation of people don't
Don't really watch TV
watch it or want it
engage with
anymore.
TV.
No. Yeah, you don't really scroll iView.
But there is still, I feel like people
You're
still
looking
go
for
home
things,
and watch a
unfortunately.
premium series. They'll still watch Severance, or they'll still watch
Still watch
Definitely.
Rake.
The
I
Pit.
mean.
They'll still watch Rake, the US or the Australian one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not the US one. I mean, watch the US one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
but like
that you can
people
appreciate the Australian
people still want them. People still want them, but they don't.
Yes, but it's
But they we and it's just exactly the same thing happening with Australian music. I think is the not a lot of people go into bat and let them and go the extra mile to
newer.
make sure they be seen and give them the chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Saw something about Better Man getting a fuck ton of Australian government funding, over 100
Yes.
million in support, and how many to make a great Australian film, you've got to have a lot of misses, and the misses can't stop you from making more.
What do you mean?
You're
Have a
right.
lot of misses.
Well, if you make Better Man with Australian funding for over $100 million,
Yeah.
could you have made
I
50 Australian films and 40 of them been bad and 10 of
Yeah.
them be good?
Yeah.
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 That question, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all evolving. But all I mean to say is that like Australians still want to watch Australian TV and hear Australian music.
Yeah, definitely. You want to hear or see your own culture reflected back. So there's still
So
that.
much. There's such a
still
yearning for it.
Yeah, definitely.
But you just
Yeah.
got to. I think it's about training audiences and but also giving them a chance to be wrong a little bit. Kath and Kim was a sketch off a show that was okay, that went okay.
Yeah.
That was then
Yeah.
developed into something. Was
Yeah.
passed on by ABC Comedy before being picked up by ABC. Some
Yeah.
things, even
Yeah.
the best things, get missed out on.
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Sam
They've gotta
Campbell
stop
sat here for a
waiting
decade.
like the best
Yeah.
thing ever to be
Yeah.
this perfect little
Yes.
box of what they can promote.
Yes.
I've got Stroppy on the podcast. I apologise.
No,
Ah.
it's not. It's really interesting, and that I think this is also like part of your producer brain and stuff,
Yeah.
which you've had to really learn about is navigating the system, and I think
Yeah.
it's really, it's helped you guys find success because you have to think outside the square,
Yeah.
and you have to have tenacity. And
Yeah.
so you do have to have, education is empowerment. And so once you understand how it all works, then you can work out, well, let's not do it this way. Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Another lesson I learned is
resourceful.
not getting out of your head what you thought success was when you were 15
Yeah.
and what it looks like to you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, success was being on TV. But to a 15-year-old now, being successful is a blue tick on TikTok or like
Yeah.
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 it changes.
100K followers or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
true, isn't
totally.
it evolves. Like the world keeps changing and you've just got to
Yeah.
roll with it.
And do
Yeah.
you think your idea of success is different now?
Yeah.
Like, is it continually evolving?
Yeah.
Do you find it can still align with your job, or does
I-
it come up? Like,
I like to feel like, but I'm still grappling with it. But I like to think that like in my 30s are writing, performing, comedy, or just performing and talking about footy. And I'm like, that's just fucking sick.
Yeah.
And that's my job.
that's living it, really. That's
really cool.
sounds good.
It is good.
Yeah.
You still get tired and all those things, and you're still like, there's still Sundays where I'm like, I can't be going to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which you feel guilty about because it's your dream job or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I think, you're more approaching life with I want to be happy with what I'm doing is the way to do it. It took me 20 years to figure that out, but
Yeah.
Mm.
And do you have space for doing other stuff that makes you happy too?
It's
You
killing
mentioned
me.
the footy.
It's killing, yeah. So I have 3 full-time jobs now, and I'm just going through in my head rationalizing how I'm going to grapple with that because
Wow.
Donna and running production company and
Yeah.
Donna is like a full-time job.
Yeah.
And then a part of that for me was like, well, I also want to try this solo thing. So I did that as well.
Yes.
And then I also I'm a big AFL fan. So I was like, I think there's a narrative and a rhetoric that I want to bring to that world that's not currently there.
Yeah.
So I started doing that 2 years ago and that's built to be a whole thing.
Yes.
But so now my week looks like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 work. And then on the weekends I'll go and tour my show.
Wow.
And then in between at nights is doing this football show. And I'm at the breaking point. So I gotta stop doing
goodness.
some of
a
them.
lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
But I come from that acting world where you say yes to everything and
Yeah.
to any opportunity you must
Yes.
take.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the journey.
Especially
The flip
when you
side.
feel
Yeah.
like this is the time, like
Yeah.
this is the, the
This is
drought's
the time.
broken. Like, so
Yeah.
it's like, I've got to keep saying yes to this
Yeah.
while,
But you can't.
While it's happening.
but at some
Yeah.
point, maybe you'll just have that success your whole life. And then you look back on it and go, gosh, I could have said no to a few of those things and just, I don't know, fostered my relationship with my mum or my dad.
Yeah. Do you feel that? Do you feel that like
I constantly
Yeah.
think that. And I feel like life sends me these little things that happen that shake you out of work and make you just think like, gosh, I can't believe I spent so much energy worrying about that thing.
yes.
Yeah.
When actually all I care about is this.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
person
or
that I
being-
love,
Yes.
that I missed that,
Yes.
or that I wasn't able to be there when this amazing thing happened or this really sad thing happened.
That's
or
how 100%.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I really do. Yeah, I really know myself, and I know that is
And
all I care
reflecting.
about.
Yeah.
I want to be on my deathbed and know that the
Yeah.
people I love know how much I loved them, and like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's not like the rake as much as I feel so like I love working and doing creative things like that. It is in everything. Like what I know about myself is
Yes. Yes.
the relationships I have with people and the
Exactly,
sitting
yeah.
back and watching the birds and
yeah.
holding
Pulling out
someone's
the
hand.
buffalo grass.
Pulling out the buffalo grass,
Yeah.
holding someone's hand, having a gin and tonic, watching the sunset. Like
Yeah.
those are the things. So it's hard to find a balance when you got to say yes to
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
and
when
gotta
you're working so hard, how do you have the?
and you're having such successes.
Yeah.
and it is what you want. These are all things that you want.
It's the that. Do you ever have that? Well, I have that. Whenever I have a day off, it's horrifying to me because then my brain goes, "Now, why are you?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like when you get off a roller coaster or something, like
Yeah.
the shakes.
Yeah.
So it's like I was.
Yeah.
I wanna
Oh,
figure
you need
that
to
out.
slow down, Broden.
Is that good? Is that normal?
Are we all having that?
No, that's a good sign.
Yeah. So I got to figure that out.
I'm curious how like you pivoted to solo because you've had this like you were working as a group for so many years, like 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? Just you 6 working together. What was like the time where you were like had this little glimpse of like, I'd be interested to explore this by myself because it's really intimidating.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Well, yeah, I was like when I first auditioned for the musical in high school, I put my name down in year 7, but I was too scared to go and do it by myself. And then year 8, I was too scared. But then,
Oh, so you put your name down, but you didn't turn up.
and then in year 9, I did it, but I could only do it with 2 friends with me. Like we auditioned together.
Oh,
And that got me through the door. But then I just realized like my whole life has been collaborative
Really
working,
like that.
which I love.
Yeah.
And actually is
A
better.
great team player.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's good to know ourselves too.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just work better in teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
My offer can be something that embellishes your idea. I can diagnose and you what is a cool
Yeah.
thing. But I was like, I wonder if I do something by myself for the first time ever, how it goes.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was so good.
So like kind of liberating, or what
it
was that feeling?
Empowering was the
You
feeling.
really?
Like,
said that you sort of were waking up
Yeah.
with like chest pain. Sort of like, still, obviously the fear is still there, but you found a way through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you collaborate, like it's a great feeling, but also there's an amount of concession that you're always doing. But by yourself, I was just telling stories about my brother and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the feeling with Donna as well of getting up and going, if you just do this, people are laughing. And that's a great, powerful feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also just on the logistical level of like showing up to the airport, getting on the plane, going to the show, doing the tech, going to bed, and there being no one's late, no,
5 other people
Yeah.
there who have opinions
Yeah.
about where you need to get lunch.
which was sick as well. And like,
Yeah.
it's nice to know for like working in a group that I can, if it went away tomorrow, I can do this, or that
Yeah.
power is really cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
that you've got the skills.
Yeah.
so empowering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it went so well. I mean,
Yeah,
I
great
wish
time.
I had have seen it, but your ticket sold out.
Wow,
super
so
quick.
quick.
I had the nice support of all the people to come and do it. It was
but
really
heard
nice.
such
Great.
good things about
Yeah.
it.
So do you think you'll keep doing more and more of that? It's
Yeah.
obviously, I can see you really enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
I have
you
more
can tell.
more stuff I want to say.
Yeah.
I just want to give it the right time to write it and do it well.
Yeah.
I was very lucky as
Yeah.
well. I had a lot of support from comedians who I've grown up admiring, like come and watch it and stuff. And I feel like I was jumping a queue a little bit. Like I'd had Kitty Flanagan came and watched it, and Will Anderson gave me notes, and all these really great comedians. So I was like,
Nice.
yeah, I felt like
Well, not really jumping.
That's
because
not
you've-
jumping the
but
queue,
You've
like,
been
you've
in the
earned
industry
it.
for like 10 years.
yeah. Also, but like I found a newfound admiration for everyone who does stand up, because it's so lonely.
Yeah.
That's being backstage by yourself. You're like,
Oh, yeah, you're
fuck,
trying
I'm
to
so
amp
alone.
yourself up, or like more like trying to relax yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just
that
like,
music and like
yeah,
walk out.
Yeah.
Let's go
just
do it.
breathe.
And I remember one night I was doing the Athenaeum. I was fucking sold out, and my ego's going over my head.
amazing.
I did a joke, and 2 people got up and walked out, and I was like,
Really?
and that happened.
They just need to go to the toilet. It's all right.
Well, I was like, well, usually if
they
there's
come
one,
back? Yeah,
2 people
not
getting up
2.
and leaving, I was like,
They were offended.
and so I was
Yeah,
like,
what did they think
that's
they were-
me.
Yeah.
That's not Zach and Mark. That's
yes.
not,
There's
that's
no one to
me.
hide behind. Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't upset by it. I was like, that's something. And then I said it in the show the next night. I was like, at this point, 2 people got up and walked out last night. And I was like, that's me. And one of the team working there was like, no, they told me they were going to another show. But I was like, but maybe they weren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like that, there's nowhere to hide thing is really exciting and cool. But no, it's, still figuring it out, and growing and changing. And
Yeah. Wow.
Is there anything you think you would have done differently, or any like advice you would have given to you as your younger self coming through?
oh, yeah. Well, the main thing for me is like, if you're ever feel like you're in a conflict working with people or whatever, I think just give it breath. You don't need to save it in that moment. Let people talk. I think communicating is something I feel like I'm much better at now, but also like letting people talk, I think, and not feeling like everything's a do or die moment, even if it feels like it.
It's giving it space.
Yeah, I guess.
Good conflict
that's-
resolution advice for
Yeah.
everyone, really.
Yeah.
And that comes from having to work so closely with people for such a long time.
Yeah, it's not healthy for yourself either. I've never taken a breath and it been a bad thing ever.
Yeah.
Have you? Like when you're
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
let
probably
me think about
right.
this.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you'll miss the opportunity if you don't make a decision quickly. That's what I often feel like.
Yeah.
So, we're under pressure to make a
Yeah.
decision because otherwise
yeah.
we'll lose
Everything's
it.
like, just let
And
me
someone
know
else will make the
tomorrow.
decision for us.
Or like, yeah.
Even
yeah.
10 seconds
But
of a breath
even
or something.
just like a breath
Yeah.
to just go, let me just think on this and I'll call you back.
Yeah.
There's part of me as well that like
right.
the adrenaline of which I was running on in my 20s really got me really far, but also was like at points completely unsustainable.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
tired as you get older, right?
Yeah.
That adrenaline and fear just doesn't always fuel you in the same way. And I think it's what you were talking about before, like chasing happiness takes a different form as well. Like a little bit in my 20s, I was definitely chasing the like,
Yeah.
I wanna, you know, I
Like
want to
saying
be
yes
on a big
and
series.
working
I
really
want to win
hard.
awards.
Yeah.
I want to, you know, I want to be doing that. And then as sort of my priorities really changed, I think a bunch of it was just age, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. We never asked you at the start. So often we ask the people to self-identify. So what would you actually say you are on like a government form
Your
or
occupation.
on?
Yeah,
What would you say
performer.
your job is? A performer?
Yeah, I still feel weird saying comedian.
Wow. What?
Yeah, I really do.
But
Talk about
that's so
overqualified.
interesting.
But yeah. Well,
Wow,
definitely
not a comedian. But
definitely performer.
you don't say actor either. So do you kind
No,
of not feel like
I
you're
don't
an
think I've
actor
acted
either?
enough. I've been in TV shows
Really?
and stuff, but
all
I've
your
never.
sketches, that's still acting. Like
It is.
You're,
Yeah,
but you,
I don't know.
Definitely.
I don't know. I think when I go,
so
what I really
funny.
love, it's performing,
Isn't that like
and that kind of.
imposter syndrome where you're like, I'm
Yeah.
not an actor, I'm not a comedian.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you
I did a show called Irreverent for Netflix, also an Andrew Knight, and I was in it, and I was like, I'm acting great in this, and then I was like, all the people around me are like, they're acting all right, and then well, everyone's doing a fine job, and then I watched it back, and the guy who plays my brother, Sam Parsonson. I was like, you're the best actor I've ever fucking seen. I just kicked my ass.
Yeah.
He's playing brother. And then my mum was Susie Porter. and
good.
she was just acting. I was like, she's doing a good job. And then I looked back and I'm like,
you
you're
watch
fucking
it.
incredible. And I was like, oh, I'm not that level actor. But then like,
Camera's amazing, isn't it? Like when you watch something back, I often think that when I'm you know, filming something with someone and you sort of think, oh yeah, it's going to be this kind of thing, and they were pretty good and I liked this
Yeah.
moment, but then you watch it back and it can be totally different, and the person you were like, whoa, I didn't realize,
Yeah.
but that performance was so nuanced and it
Yeah.
was so powerful, and
yeah.
like, yeah.
So that's why I call myself a performer, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I have the skills to do that. And then like, yeah.
Wow.
But performer catches
yeah,
everything.
it does.
Yeah, it does encapsulate
Yeah.
it quite well.
Yeah.
Do you think you've done like what avenue do you think you'll go down next? Is
No
there
idea.
like something else that you're like, or it almost sounds like you need a rest.
yeah. I might
Take
have
a
lay
day
down.
off.
To take up surfing or something.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah.
You know.
Go down to Janjuk.
Yeah.
Go down to Torquay. We used to go to, where did we used to go? Yeah, well, we used to. I
Chalky
used to,
Point, probably.
Donny Point, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are there still things that you're like, yeah, I'd love to be challenged by that, or like to do?
Acting, funny to say I'm bad at acting, but acting in a long-running TV show for that season was the best thing ever,
Yeah.
because I'm sorry to say it's the easiest job.
Easy.
Like,
I mean, I've thought it for
You've
years.
got a lot of other people too, like carrying the story.
particularly when for the rest of my career I've been producer, writer.
Exactly.
But just show up and learn your lines.
Just
and,
the
Wow.
performing part.
You don't
is
have to worry about
'cause
all the other
performers sort of-
things.
Performers not really fully encapsulating all the work you
No.
do. It's just
yeah.
one part of it.
Salesman, I feel a lot of the time.
Like you
I'm a-
could, or a producer,
Yeah.
or,
Content
you know.
creator.
all that
Yeah.
shit.
How do you find that? Like, this is a bit of a pivot, but how do you find like the social media world is scary?
It's
I don't
incredibly important.
really like, yeah.
It's sales. That's why I say
because it is a real salesman. Like you've got to sell yourself. You've got to make content. It's this whole other job. It feels like, that,
Yeah.
like I don't want.
it is. It's,
Like I'm like, if it was just standing up and doing comedy, I like that. I don't like the content and stuff, but that's still me not quite grappling
No,
with
it
how
sucks.
important
But
it
you
is.
say it's incredibly
It's
important.
So important.
so important.
So it's like a job. It's
Yeah.
just a job.
It's the only way you.
So can
grow.
you just separate
It's
it and
incredible.
go like, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's this performer me.
Well, luckily
I don't know.
I'm
how
lucky
do you-
enough to be able to do it in the comedy world, where I'm not trying to sell anything sincere. I'm just trying to say, hey, have you seen this funny video? And
Yeah.
so that's quite I enjoy. I've taught myself to enjoy the creative journey of finding the joke or the
Yeah.
post in it. But like,
So it's still authentic.
yeah,
So it's still,
authenticity, yeah.
like-
But and also it's something that people are happy to see. You know, it's not a post about a brand or something. It's
Yeah.
or on the news. It's literally
Yeah.
just going moving into the footy world a little bit. It's so much more toxic and cynical because
really?
people want to reach you, and the best way to reach people is usually negativity because that engages discourse and comments. And so it becomes so much more sincere and gross. But in comedy world, it's like, hey, here's a laugh for today.
Yeah.
And people love sharing that. And, it's so much nicer and easier.
Do you treat it kind of like a job? You're like, well, I've got to come up with content later on in the week or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Donna, in our like 13th, 14th year of working together, we try and do about 4 focused months a year and then do other things. So that incorporates like all of our Patreon content, our podcasting, our and we try and make more sketches every year. And if we're touring, we add that on. But it's all part of like being out there and being in the world.
Yeah.
But then also we have like a billion videos as well that new people find us as well. So we have
I'd say like you've got a big office of like
an archive.
of things to reshare. You're sort of like not at ever a loss of like, what can we share this with?
Yeah, but also like people are happy to see it if they've seen it again as well. Like, but you must. You must. And it sucks. But then also like I don't know if I like being able to talk directly to an audience member as opposed to having to convince, like with TV shows as well, once you make it, it's gone. Yeah. Like unless they buy it on DVD or it's gone. There's a good chance no one ever sees it again.
Yeah.
So it's sticking around and being in people's hearts and stuff is also really nice. But I prefer not to 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess it's just, it's part of your work ethic that you do just like, you take it as part of the job, which I think a lot of, I mean, myself included, as like comedians, it's just like, oh, I don't want to have to do that.
It's a different job.
And so you, kind of brush it to the side. But as you said, it's so important to reach your audience and to try to find your own voice as well. It helps to kind of, I guess, hone your own opinions and how you structure things. And but it sucks.
It'll change I think it'll change in 10 years. It'll be gone again.
Something else will appear, or it'll go back to TV again. Or
well, it'll come back around to these like narrative plays.
Narrative plays on narrative podcasts, audio plays, radio plays.
I feel like there'll be a friend of mine said there's like the way that social media is engaged with now, I think people look back in a few decades and in the way we look back at smoking in the 50s. The damage we were doing at
absolutely.
that point. So I feel
you're feeling that now.
Seems to be pointing in that direction.
Yeah.
But if you look back at TV,
certainly for kids.
If you look back at TV in the 50s and 60s, most of us go, that's unwatchable now. And I'm sure people look back on the fucking shit we're watching now and go, what the fuck were these people doing?
Yeah.
So you would think it's going to mature and become more nuanced and better or less cynical or
less cynical is nice.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Really happy environment. No negativity.
I want a cow.
Cow's so beautiful.
But apparently you should only have
you.
2 cows.
Are they a herd animal?
Well, you can have more than 2, but at least 2.
At least 2, yeah.
Not in Coburg.
Not in Coburg.
No. There are laws.
Chickens.
You can have
Bantams.
Chickens. Yeah. Look at you.
I almost went there.
Bantams. They're
Bantams. Silky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
You can have up to 4 chickens at home, hens, no roosters.
You can only have 4.
Yeah.
You can only have 4.
So I've got a couple of eagles.
You can only have 4 hens.
Yeah.
You can't have roosters because they're so loud.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like in suburban areas or?
Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry.
Like farms
part
have
of our
heaps of
local
chickens.
laws. No. Yeah, sorry.
That's why there's an egg
There's
shortage
a lot
right
of
now. They're really
Yeah,
expensive.
it's a lot of farms.
That's a lot of eggs on those 4 chickens to lay.
Whoa.
They're working really hard.
1 a minute.
Do you have geese?
No, we did have. They're pretty weird. They're they're pretty full on. They've got teeth.
So big.
They're crazy. Yeah, they're like you can look it up. They open their mouth,
have
their
teeth.
beak, and they've got these serrated edges
That's
on
sick.
there because they eat grass. So they're actually really good like animal to have if you've got like an orchard or something. So
Do you have
some people
marimbas?
have ducks. for that reason, because they'll we'll just graze the grass. They won't dig it up like
Yeah.
chickens do.
Oh, yeah, wow.
They'll just kind of float along and graze. But geese are crazy. They're pretty intimidating.
aggressive too, right? Pictures of geese and then
Yeah, their
like
heads forwards.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
scary,
And
eh?
honking at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty full on. Yeah.
We did a full circle back to the farm.
Back
My
to the
fault.
We start at the
farm.
farm, we end at the farm.
Yeah. That's life.
Okay. All right.
well,
Well,
thanks,
thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming on. Thank you for
Yeah.
chatting about Ned Kelly, chatting about
Yeah.
the farm,
that's
chatting about your
right.
life.
Thank
Any
you for
other-
making a
so
nice community to
so
talk. And
interesting.
yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh,
Our absolute pleasure.
Yeah, so
it's
great.
really fascinating.
any final Ned Kelly facts you want to end on? What? Do you feel like he was a hero?
Complicated. I think he was a bit of a punk. He was 25 when he died. 25.
So young.
So young.
Very
Yeah.
young.
What's a fact about Ned Kelly? I mean, you can go and see
Or
where
any
he
other
was hanged.
facts? Any other historic? You can.
You can go and see where he's buried at Pentridge. You can go and
Wow.
see. What else about Ned Kelly? His death mask. Have you seen his death mask?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
that was at
I
the
haven't.
Melbourne Museum, was right?
Well, that's a
No.
fact. Where?
Where?
Right
Old
now,
Melbourne Jail or something.
yeah, right now you can get up.
What is the death mask?
When they cut his head off and then they put his head in a cast and then you can go and see like a clay, his head.
Oh, it's
Shaved
his
beard and everything.
face.
It's really weird. It's pretty famous.
he's dead.
you would have seen a picture
yes,
of it,
yeah,
if
yeah,
not the real
of his
thing.
cast.
Yeah.
You can go. We can get up right now and go into the city and see his armor. It's on constant free display at the National Library.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So you could go to Melbourne
I've seen
Central,
that.
go see a
Yeah.
movie, and then get
Quite
a.
big.
Yeah, well, he was actually like
quite tall.
We've all grown. I think.
like he's tall, but yeah.
No, he was like. Yeah, I think he was. We can look it up. I think he was.
5 foot or something. It's funny, isn't it? We are continually getting bigger.
We're
and
getting taller.
shocked at that way.
Yeah.
Look at Captain Cook's cottage, tiny little man. 5'10".
Oh, that's a pretty tall man.
That's all right.
Is it?
For the time? 5'10"?
So he's in the. Yeah, I'm Broden.
Extremely,
You'd be over 6.
extremely tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'1", I think.
Yeah,
So
so
he-
he's 3 inches shorter.
Loser.
So you win.
Yeah, I win. Yeah, I would have smashed him. I can't. Why?
Oh.
Sorry, this is bad. I just want to find out how tall Ned.
I bet his little like tin hat was meant to make him look bigger.
Yeah, more
178,
intimidating.
178 centimeters.
So,
Oh,
that's what I am.
Oh,
Are you?
wow.
Are you Ned
could've
Kelly
gone
height?
eye to eye with
like
Ned
this.
Kelly.
Yep.
Wow.
Congrats on
eye
that.
to eye.
Fact.
I could wear his armor. I could wear his armor.
Perfectly tailored. That's the role you were born to play.
That is the role I've been born to play. I just got to work out how to make it happen. That's okay. That's okay. I can
It's
do
all right.
that.
We'll get you in
It'll be
there.
the next like third of my career. The next 20 years of my career.
That's
will
how you
be
found
We
out
need more
what's
Ned
really
Kelly movies.
important
That'd be
in
good.
your life.
female Ned Kelly movies.
I'd be
Yeah.
there for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kurzel
Recast it.
back.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks,
so
Broden.
much.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, Broden.
See ya.
I hope that was okay.
That was great. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. If you liked us, please tell a friend or two. Apparently that's how these things work. We want to acknowledge the incredible stories, culture, resilience and creativity of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities, in particular the beautiful lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nations, where this podcast is recorded. Thank you also to Chris Pickering for the music and Vincent Pickering for the logo and animations. And yes, they are our brothers. We're everywhere.